Yes, I wanted to confirm through you that just this week, the consultants conducting the Kava study, the Fradini Vergano legal firm in Brussels, has confirmed the conclusion and the completion of the Kava study that they've been undertaking for the last 6 months. I wanted also through you to convey my appreciation to the government of Vanuatu, the Director General of the Ministry of Agriculture, Mr. Wadaru and his team, but particularly the European Commission and the ACP for making available funding of 250,000 euro in Fatu terms about 30 million Fatu through the DPT PMU program, which the Director Junior Lodge spoke this morning, to confirm that the study has been completed just this week while we were in Barbados. It basically means that the episodes, the problems and challenges that Vanuatu and the rest of the Pacific Island Kava producing countries face since 2002, the ban, has now reached a new development stage. Development stage meaning that the 15 years, that the 13 years we've been through the challenge and the ban, the Europeans must now understand that with science, the work done by laboratory technical analysis through laboratories in Germany and Europe, have now confirmed and believed in the final finding of this study that consumption of kava has no linkages, no correlation with kava, with liver toxicity or problems of heart and liver problems that has been claimed quite substantially as the reason that causes the delay way back in 2002. We have now proven beyond reasonable doubt that kava consumption has no health-related problems, and therefore, and subsequently, the ban by the Germans that has been uplifted must now be organized in such a way that we can be able to start through market access, importing or exporting our high-quality kava process in the Pacific, in Vanuatu, to the EU market in the next few months. What needs to be done, if I may decide, that the Embassy of Vanuatu is working closely with the European Union and its interlocutors and institutions like CTA and ACP to be able to find funding to convene in Vanuatu in the next few weeks the first or second high-level Kava conference to discuss the report, to validate the study by ministers of the Pacific so that the Kava study can become legally instituted and provide a basis for future long-term investment and export from the Pacific to the EU market.
The European ban of kava for the last 13 years has really had a negative impact on the kava growers throughout the Pacific region.
Correct.
Does the Vanuatu and the Pacific Island kava growers, do they have the intention to, through, for example, yourself as the main man behind the kava battle, kava dossier in Europe, to take some legal actions for compensation for the last damages for the last 13 years?
We have looked at the possibility, JB Carlo. I think first and foremost is for the Pacific to be able to ensure that they can secure the markets they've lost in Germany and the entire European Union for the last 13 years. That's first and foremost. Secondly, we need to be able to organize ourselves as the Pacific Island kava growers and producers to negotiate with the EU the claim of damages. As you know, in 2014, the total bill was $3 billion accrued to Vanuatu and the rest of the kava countries as a result of the loss of market loss and the stoppage or blockage of kava export into the EU. Thirdly, we need to be able to negotiate with the EU with the view that they need to be able to beef up and scale up their level of assistance to support kava growing countries in Vanuatu and the rest of the Pacific. I wanted to conclude on kava that the study conducted by my experts in Germany has found and established that out of all the kava lactons, 85% belongs to people of Vanuatu. So what it means, kava originally and traditionally through intellectual property must be registered as an original product for the people and the rural farmers of Vanuatu itself. That I can confirm. I'm very excited. My affirmative assessment is once we can be able to put together the dossier to organize this Pacific high-level conference on the validation of the kava dossier in Vanuatu. For me, early Christmas, early January, February, we should begin to witness the first ever export of Pacific and kava export into the EU market, big time.
Just a word for especially kava growers throughout the Pacific and the importance, especially on quality.
Nothing but quality. And for Vanuatu, the Director General of Agriculture is here with us. I've told him in passing, he needs to ensure that the staff at the quarantine SPS TPD agency must be able to ensure That first, there are no greedy foreigners who come to try and take advantage of the market. Second, and importantly, to be able to respect the rules of the game and make sure that we only export high quality kava. No two-day kava, but only noble kava. Otherwise, we're going to destroy the market that is in existence now. I think at the end of the day, the benefits and the advantages of this will go back, filter down to the rural farmers, in the rural community in the islands of Vanuatu. Thank you very much.